Good evening everyone. In this video I will be explaining a problem related to control charts. So we will be coming to know at the end of the video how to plot the control charts for means and ranges, for which I have taken a simple problem. The problem is something like this: compute the control limits for X bar and R charts for the following data. Also plot the control charts. So before we start with the problem, we need to understand the notations here. X bar stands for mean, R stands for range. So we need to first compute the control limits, and then we need to plot the charts for both means and ranges for the given data here. So this is the data. There are 5 samples, namely A, B, C, D, E. So all these are the 5 samples, and here A2, D4 and D3 are the constant values which are given in the problem. So these values will be helpful while you solve the problem. So depending upon the sample size, that is, here we have 5 samples, no? So depending upon the sample size, these values will vary. So according to the sample size, or according to this problem, so the values of A2, D3 and D4 values are given here only. Always these values will be given in the problem. The thing you need to do is just you need to compute the control limits, and then you need to plot the graph. That's all. So I will be explaining it step by step. The first step is to find the mean and range for the data. See here, the problem is given, right? The first step is to find the mean values and range values, because it is nothing but mean and range, right? So we need to find out the mean values and range values for the data given here. So that is what I have done. 5 samples data I have written as it is. Now I find out the mean values and range values. How to find out the mean values? As we all know very well, the meaning or the definition of mean is nothing but sum of the observations upon number of observations. For clear understanding, I have written here. See, thus if we take a sample A, so sum of observations are 15 plus 20 plus 18 plus 19 plus 18. So that is what I have written: 15 plus 20 plus 18 plus 19 plus 18 upon how many observations we have here? 5 observations. So sum of the observations for sample A upon number of observations are 5. So you will get the values 18. So here I have written 18. Similarly, if you take the second sample, 16 plus 18 plus 18 plus 14 plus 19 upon, however, you have 5 observations, so you get the value as 17. Similarly, you need to calculate the mean values for all the 5 samples given here. Whereas the second one is to calculate the range. How to calculate the range value is, you need to select the highest value for that particular sample, and you need to select the lowest value. The difference between the highest and lowest value will gives you the range value. So here I have taken the for sample 1, highest value in the sample 1 is 20, lowest value in the sample 1 is 15. 20 minus 15 is obviously 5, right? So this is the way. The first step is to find out the mean values. So in some problems, mean values and range values will be directly given. If mean and range values are not directly given, then you need to calculate the mean and range values by using these formulas, right? Then the second step is to calculate the grand average. How to calculate the grand average? Grand average is generally represented with X double bar here. So what is X double bar? X double bar is grand average. To calculate X double bar, you have a formula: sum of the means upon n. So sum of the means here you have, see here, if you add up all these values, 18 plus 17 plus 16.8 plus 12.8 plus 18.8, adding up all these values upon how many you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that is what I have done. Sum of all the mean values upon n number of observations will give you grand average. Similarly, third step is to calculate the range average. How to calculate the range average? If you add up all this, that is sum of all the range values upon number of observations. That is, here you have 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 6 plus 10, right? So 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 6 plus 10 upon how many we have? 5. So therefore you get average of ranges. And next thing is you need to calculate the control limits. So as I said, here from here you will start with the actual process. The first one we have completed with calculation of mean and range values. Then we have computed the grand average. The second step we have computed with the range value R bar. Next we have entered with the control limits for both X bar, that is means and ranges. How to calculate the control limits. So you have two control limits, one is upper control limit and second one is lower control limit. So for both X bar and R charts you need to control UCL and LCL. So for X bar, for the first step I will calculate for X bar chart upper control limit for X bar and lower control limit for X bar. For this I have highlighted with formulas. So X double bar plus A2 into R bar is a formula for UCL, whereas for LCL just here the sign change, instead of positive you will have a negative sign, whereas X double bar we have already calculated 16.68, right, plus A2 value is already given in the problem. That is what I said, while we solve the problem these values are used. So A2 value is 0.54 into R bar range value, you got it as 6.6. So therefore you got the upper control limit value as 20.24. Similarly you need to calculate the lower control limit just by changing the positive sign into the negative sign. So therefore you get the value as 13.11. So we have calculated UCL and LCL for X bar. So it is not only the duty to calculate X bar chart, it is also to calculate the range chart also. See, as I said, for both the charts you need to calculate UCL and LCL. So now the process is to calculate the UCL and LCL for R charts. The formulas are D4 into R bar for UCL, whereas LCL D3 into R bar. So the values of D4 and D3 are given in the problem. D4 value is 2.11, right? So 2.11 into R bar value you have calculated 6.6. So therefore you got it as 13.92. Next step is to calculate LCL. For calculating LCL, D3 into R bar, however D3 value is 0, which is given in the problem, into R bar is 6.6, however it is 0. And the last step is to plot the control charts. So whatever you have computed, that is control limits, upper control limit and lower control limits for both X bar and R charts, you need to plot the charts now. So to plot the control charts for both means and ranges, that is X bar and R, which are obtained from the calculations. So here I have taken, for calculation, for plotting the graph, we will be taking the mean values for X bar and range values for R chart. So first I will show how to plot the X bar chart. For plotting the X bar chart, I have taken X axis and Y axis. Upon the X axis you have 5 samples, A, B, C, D, E as 5 samples, whereas upon Y axis you have LCL, center line and UCL. UCL stands for upper control limit, LCL stands for lower control limit, and center line is nothing but X double bar. Grand average we have calculated, right? So what is the grand average we have calculated here? Grand average X double bar is 16.68, right? So here center line will be 16.68. UCL is 20 point, upper control limit is 20.24 and lower control limit is 13.11, which we have computed earlier. See here we have computed, right? UCL for X bar is 20.24, LCL for X bar is 13.11. The same thing I have marked. UCL is 20.24 and LCL is 13.11. So now for sample A, what is the value here? You have 18. So I need to plot it 18 here. So here it is 20.34, right? So 18 I will be placing here. So that is what I marked the point 18. Similarly, second point B is 17. So here is B. So however it is 17 is below 18. So I plotted here B 17. Similarly, C is 16.68 and D is 12.8. 12.8 is something. See here LCL is 13.11, right? So 12.8 is somewhere down below lower control limit, and fifth point is 18.8 is, however, you'll get. So drawing all these points with the lines, you'll get the X bar chart. Similarly for R chart also you need to plot the values, plot the graph for the range values here. So the same thing, you will have a LCL, you will have UCL upper control limit. We have obtained the values UCL and LCL for R chart. So center line is the range value. For plotting R chart, the center line will be the range value. Average of ranges, you got it as 6.6, right? So the average of ranges here 6.6 is the center line. Above that you will have upper control limit, below that you will have lower control limit. So the same thing we are going to do here for all the range values. The first value is 5, right? So where does the 5 exist here? Here initially it is 0 LCL, 5 is something below it. Similarly the second point is also 5 here, right? So the B point it is 5, C point it is 7, right? So obviously it comes above center line 7. fourth point is 6, so 6 is somewhere here. So joining all these points you will get the R chart. Only the thing is you need to remember upper control limit, lower control limit and center line. Center line will be the grand average and average of ranges, whereas UCL and LCL are calculated according to the formulas. So this is the way where we need to plot the control charts, and we need to conclude it whether the process is in control. The major objective of control charts is to see that whether the process adopted is in control or out of control. So now looking at the graph, we will be coming to know that in case of X bar chart, the point is below the lower control limit. Whenever all the sample points falls within the control limits, that is UCL and LCL, the process is said to be in control. Otherwise, if any of the sample points falls beyond the control limits, then the process is said to be out of control. So we see that one of the sample point is below the control limit LCL, so therefore the process is said to be out of control. So in both the charts, we need to get all the sample points within the control limits only to say that the process is in control. Otherwise we say that the process is out of control. So this is the way how to plot the control charts for means and ranges. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.